Yes. Hello, dear students. Good afternoon. Welcome back to the chemistry class. In the previous sessions, we have discussed about the preparations of haloalkanes from alcohols and from hydrocarbons we have completed. Now, the remaining two methods from which the haloalkanes can be prepared we'll study now. A very simple concept. Four named reactions are there. So in this small session, we'll cover four named reactions, that is preparation of haloalkanes from halogen exchange method. By halogen exchange method, how it is prepared, and one more from silver salt of acids. So let's start with the preparation. So take the next heading, that is the third main preparation. First one, preparation from alcohol, second main from hydrocarbons, and the third from by halogen exchange methods. So in this method, particularly fluoroalkanes and iodoalkanes can be prepared by this method. So here fluoro and iodoalkanes can be prepared by the halogen exchange method. So here two named reactions we are going to study. Number one, first one is Finkelstein reaction. Finkelstein reaction. Finkelstein reaction. So in this method, it is used for the preparation of particularly iodoalkanes. Iodoalkanes. Particularly iodoalkanes. So here, in this case, the general reactions for this is Finkelstein reaction. What is meant by this Finkelstein reaction? So when this is the general reaction, GR, general reaction in this case, when alkyl halide, where Rx is nothing but it is an alkyl halide, where the X must be, it may be a chloro or bromo. Chloroalkanes or bromoalkanes are taken, and this is treated with sodium iodide. This gives rise to sodium iodide in the presence of dry acetone. In the presence of dry acetone, this gives rise to halogen exchange. So what it indicates? Exchange of halogen. So that this X group and halogen groups are exchanged. The halogen exchange method. So this gives rise to the product Ri, iodoalkanes plus sodium halide. Sodium halide is get precipitated. So therefore, here our major product is we are getting iodoalkanes. Iodoalkanes is the major product in this case. So this is the general reaction. General reactions. So this reaction is known as Finkelstein reaction. Can you define now? Definition. What is the definition of this Finkelstein reaction? Definition of Finkelstein reaction. So what is this? Chloro or bromoalkanes, that is when alkyl halides. So this is alkyl halide. So what I am doing here, when this alkyl halide is reacting with or treating with which one? Sodium iodide. So it is treating with sodium iodide. So when it is treated with sodium iodide in the presence of dry acetone, this gives rise to iodoalkane. This reaction is called as Finkelstein reaction. Okay, yes, note down the definition. When alkyl halide, particularly which alkyl halide you are using? When a chloroalkanes or bromoalkanes, particularly where X is Cl or Br. When chloro or bromoalkanes, when it is treated with sodium iodide in the presence of dry acetone, it gives rise to iodoalkane. This reaction is called as Finkelstein reaction. Or yes, definition is completed. Finkelstein reaction. Can you give some example? Yes, example definitions we have given. Next is its examples. Definition, general reaction, and example. So example, CH3Cl, CH3Cl plus sodium iodide in the presence of dry acetone. In the presence of dry acetone, this gives rise to, write the product. First example. Second one, C2H5Br. C2H5Br, when it is treated with sodium iodide in the presence of dry ether, sorry, dry acetone, this gives rise to, in the presence of dry acetone, this gives rise to sodium iodide in the presence of dry acetone. In the presence of dry acetone, this gives rise to the product. So you can write, either we can write like this, or in the presence of sodium iodide bar dry acetone, this gives rise to the product. CH3 Cl and I are replaced, that is iodomethane plus sodium chloride precipitated. Whereas in this case, C2H5I plus NaBr, it get precipitated. Some general examples. Definition, general reaction, and example. Definition, general reaction, example. So here what happens when it is treated with, see here, if dry acetone is used, in the presence of dry acetone, so these chloro and bromo salts, that is sodium chloride and sodium bromide salts, are less soluble in dry acetone. As a result, it get precipitated and it can be separated. Its solubility is less, therefore we are preferring this method for the preparation of iodoalkanes by halogen exchange method. This is the first reaction. Whereas the second reaction is, that is Swars reaction. First one in halogen exchange method, first one is Finkelstein reaction, whereas the second one is Swars reaction. Swars reaction. So in this Swars reaction, same as it is, first point is definition, second point is general reaction, and then example. Same format. Definition, general reactions, example. So now I will give the general reactions. Can you define? Okay, look at the general reaction. The general reactions for this is Rx, where X is equals to Cl or Br, when this is treated with a metal fluoride like silver fluoride, this gives rise to the product Rf plus AzX. AzX. So this is the general reaction. Swars reaction. Yes. What is the definition? When alkyl halide, that is when chloroalkanes or bromoalkanes, when it is treated with a metal fluoride, what is the name? Silver fluoride. When it is treated with a metal fluoride, this gives rise to, the product fluoroalkanes. This gives rise to the product fluoroalkanes. Fluoroalkanes as the product. So this reaction is known as Swars reaction. This reaction is called as Swars reaction. So here you can use silver fluoride. The metal halides like mercurous fluoride also you can use. Antimony trifluoride, cobalt trifluoride, etc. Particularly these trifluorides are used when the reactant contains more than one halogen. In such case, if the reactant containing more than one, that is dihalides, we are using this last one. We are using the trifluoro compounds. So in general, When alkyl halide is treated with silver fluoride, that gives rise to fluoroalkanes with silver halide as a byproduct. This reaction is called as Swars reaction. Definition: general reaction. Now, can you give some examples for this? Yes, look at the examples. Examples for this general reaction. Anyhow, we have the general reactions. According to that, you can write. So, examples. So, in this examples, the first one is number one. First one, Rx, that is CH3Cl, CH3Cl. So when this is treated with AgF, gives rise to the product A plus AgCl. Identify A. What is the compound A? Which compound is produced here? Second one, C2H5Br. This in the presence of AgF. Identify the product when it is treated. So here the product A is CH3F, fluoromethane. In this case, it is C2H5F. Fluoroalkanes is produced along with the byproduct AzBr. AzBr. So the first one is Finkelstein reaction, second one is Swars reaction. So this is the halogen exchange method, right? A very simple concept, halogen exchange method. Now let's see the fourth one. The fourth one is preparation of haloalkanes from fourth one, that is fourth one, from silver salt of acid. Silver salt of acids. Silver salt of acid. So in this silver salt of acid, when silver salt of acid CH3COOH, carboxylic acid, silver salt Az, when this is treated with an halogen in the presence of CCl4 carbon tetrachloride, this gives rise to our major product. So here CH3Br is one product, that is CH3Br is one product. So one Az and one more Br, which gives rise to the another product AzBr plus. So the carbon dioxide gas is evolved. Carbon dioxide is evolved. So here bromoalkanes are prepared. So when halogen is added to silver salt of acid in the presence of CCl4 carbon tetrachloride, that gives rise to an haloalkanes, bromoalkane. This reaction is known as borodine Hunsdijker reaction. Borodine Hunsdijker reaction, or simply it is known as Hunsdijker reaction. Hunsdijker reaction. So here in this Hunsdijker reaction, even we can get the product by using Cl2 also. Chloroalkanes can be produced by using this method, but the product is, in this case, the product is very poor. Therefore, we are getting only bromo. In this case, chloro products are also obtained. Chloro product, but it gives yield is very poor. Therefore, we are preferring only bromoalkanes by using borodine Hunsdijker reaction. Iodide cannot be produced in this method. If we are if you are treating with iodine, so this silver salt of acid gives rise to CH3COOAZ. CH3COOAZ. When this is treated with iodine in the presence of CCl4, instead of alkyl halide, this gives rise to, so 2 silver, 2 iodide. AZI is one product. AZI, silver iodide, is get precipitated. Az, 2Az and I2, and the remaining, so CH3COO. So 2 CH3 group, 2 COO, one carbon dioxide will be eliminated, and the remaining product is CH3 COO CH3 CH3 COO CH3 plus carbon dioxide gas will be avoided. So instead of alkyl halide, we are getting ester as the product. Ester. We cannot get alkyl halide with iodine. So this reaction is known as Birnbaum-Simonini reaction. Birnbaum-Simonini reaction. Yes, this is a very simple concept. So this completes the preparations of haloalkanes. Preparation of haloalkanes. So just recall the concept. What are the reactions we have covered in the preparations of haloalkanes? So in the preparation of haloalkanes, so just you can recall, the first one is preparation from alcohol. We have studied preparation from alcohol. Preparation from alcohols. So in this preparation of alcohols, so starting alcohols is treated with, alcohol is treated with, first one is hydrogen halide, second one is phosphorus halides, either trihalides or pentahalides, and one more is SOCl2, thionyl chloride. So in this first method, Gru's process, the last one is Darzan's process. So here the byproduct you need to remember. This is the first one. Whereas the second method is from hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons. So in the hydrocarbons method, first, that is from alkanes we have studied, from alkanes and from alkenes. Alkanes and alkenes. So in this alkenes, in alkenes, so by the addition of a halogen or by the addition of hydrogen halide, we have studied along with some special point like allylic halogenation. Allylic halogenation also we have studied. So for this allylic halogenation, you need to add halogen at higher temperature, or you can use NBS, N-bromosuccinamide, or you can use sulfuryl chloride. So when you are using these, allylic halogenation is takes place. So with the addition of hydrogen halide, so this takes place according to Markovnikov rule or anti-Markovnikov rule. So this is applicable only HBr in the presence of peroxide. If peroxide is not there, Markovnikov rule. If peroxide is present, then anti-Markovnikov rule, that is only applicable for HBr. That is the second one. Preparation from hydrocarbons we have completed, and that is first one is alcohol, second one is hydrocarbons, and the third one is third, that is from halogen exchange method. Halogen exchange method. So in this method we have covered two named reaction. One is Finkelstein reaction, whereas the second one is Swars reaction. Finkelstein reaction and Swars reaction we have covered, and the last one is, that is silver salt of acid, that is from silver salt of acid. Here we have covered two reaction. One is Borodine-Hunsdiecker reaction, Borodine-Hunsdiecker reaction, and the last one is Birnbaum-Simonini reaction. Simonini reaction. So in this Birnbaum-Simonini reaction, the product you are going to get as ester, whereas in this case Borodine-Hunsdiecker reaction, the product is either bromoalkanes and chloroalkanes as the product, but this is maximum yield and this yield is very less. In Schwarz reaction, you are going to get, the product is, in the Schwarz reaction, the product is, in this case the product is RF fluoroalkanes, and here iodoalkanes you are going to get the product, and remaining are the general reactions we have covered, right? Okay, in the next class, we'll continue the preparations of haloarenes. So this completes the preparation of haloalkanes. Solve the number of problems, objective questions, or just in NCRT they have given some general reactions, complete the reactions or find the product. Such problems, such questions you need to solve. Okay, thank you.